One thing we need to be able to do with polynomials is to determine the degree of the polynomial. Now, the general form of a polynomial is given by y equals a sub n x to the n plus a sub n minus 1 x to the n minus 1 plus a number of terms here that are not specifically identified plus a sub 0. Note that a sub n minus 1, and terms of this form, including a sub 0, are all constants. A sub n is the coefficient in front of x raised to the n power. A sub n minus 1 is the coefficient in front of x raised to the n minus 1 power, and so on. We can even consider a sub 0 as the coefficient of x raised to the 0 power. But as we know, x raised to the 0 power is 1, so a sub 0 here is left by itself to represent our constant in our polynomial. When determining the degree of a polynomial, if we have it in a nice order here, highest power first and then descending powers, we can easily identify the highest power in our polynomial, and we will name our polynomial based on that power. So this polynomial is a degree n polynomial, or in other words, an nth degree polynomial. If we look at y equals 2x squared minus 5x cubed plus 3x to the fourth, here we still have our terms in an order. However, these ones are in increasing order of power, which is fine. We can easily see that our highest power is 3x to the fourth, and we then have a degree 4 polynomial or a fourth degree polynomial. Looking at y equals x squared plus 7x cubed plus 12x to the fifth, we have again a nice order for our terms where the power of x is increasing as we move to the right. We identify 12x to the fifth as our highest power, so we have a degree 5 polynomial, or again, fifth degree polynomial. Now, many times our polynomials are not given with the terms in order. So one thing we could do is we could go ahead and rearrange our terms, and here I'll put the highest power first, and we could write this as minus 6x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 5, identifying the minus 6x cubed as our highest power. So we have a third degree polynomial. Another term for this polynomial is a cubic equation. So you may see it referred to as a cubic equation in some instances. Now there are a few other polynomials that have special names that we will need to be aware of. A second degree polynomial, one that has as its highest power x squared, is given the name of a quadratic equation. So most often we talk about quadratic equations instead of second degree polynomials. Another one is a first degree polynomial, something like x plus 2 or x minus 1. These polynomials are referred to as linear equations.